Hey, I'm Adam Thompson. At the best of times, it's good to get clear on what the work is. It lets people use their talents to make something or do something that's actually useful, which makes them feel useful. We all win. Right now, with what we're dealing with as a planet, never been more important. It's tough to focus. There's a lot of anxiousness, there's a lot of anxiety. So putting in the effort to get clear on the work that's required is going to pay dividends, not just to see the work get done, but in people's stability and well-being. So let's get good at that. This video, I'm going to go through some guidelines on how to do it. I'm going to introduce you to the world's worst acronym, and I'm going to show you some of the keys to think about in the way you have those discussions. Okay, let's not waste any more time. Let's get into it. Work keep coming back to you not the way you expected it? Well, here's what you can do to make that actually happen. There's a guy called Elliot Jack. He defined work as a quantity of things of a given quality to be achieved within, I think it was assigned methods and resources, all within a context and all for some purpose. But that gives rise to this, the world's worst acronym. Look at that, CPQQRT, not a vow to be seen. It'll drive you nuts. It sticks in your head and you'll start using it. Context, that means let people know the background, how we got to here, what's going on that's even leading to the idea that we need to do some work. Then we've got purpose. Purpose is when we're talking about the reason why we're doing the thing. Okay, what's the benefit? What's the point? Okay, we've got some other words that we can use here. We can call that the outcome. We can call that the result. Going back to context, we can call that the background. It doesn't matter. You've just got to follow this stuff. Now, we need to talk about what on earth we want to see when the thing is done. And that's where you get these two awkward as hell words. Let's just hang with them for now. Quantity and quality. A quantity of things of a given quality. Now that sounds a bit weird, so let me give you an easy way to do it. The thing, the standard. What's the thing you want to actually see, and what's the standard? The standard is good enough, good enough, good enough. You don't want people working until 4 in the morning to make something perfect. I subjected one of my people to that years ago, still feel bad about it today. Because I didn't tell her, I just need you to read it and stick some notes in the margin. She wrote me an awesome report, which I totally didn't need. What is good enough? You can also call this the output. Now we've covered the basics. What's going on, why we're bothering, and what the actual thing is. To get something done, people are going to need stuff to do it with. Okay, they're going to need money, they're going to need equipment, and most of all, they're going to need other people. And that takes us to resources. Resources gives people the ability to get the job done. Now, the biggest thing that goes wrong here is in when you merely assume that all the other areas in your organization have nothing to do and are waiting for the person you're asking to do the work just to finally come and give them something. That's not happening. So you have two options. Option one is you go to those areas beforehand and say, hey, are you going to be available when I want the thing done? Second option is to set people off on an investigation to see what resources could be possible. Do not, under any circumstances, get commitment and agreement to do the task and then find out later that the resources aren't available. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Everyone does that. Everyone's business plan finishes on the 30th of June. Everyone has a bunch of projects in there. All those projects include IT. Everyone gets sign off from their general manager and then the CEO and even the board that the projects are going to happen. And then what happens is when we try to do the things, IT has about 10 times the projects coming on that they have the capacity to deliver. That means that 2 out of the 5 areas get their projects done, the other 3 don't get their areas done. That means 60% of the people in the organisation now hate IT. Everyone thinks IT sucks and it was never their fault. Time is what you'd think it would be. But with time, be aware that the longer the time period of the task, the more complex it is. So if you've got someone who's got a bit of talent, then don't just give them that task. Maybe think of the next 3 or 4 tasks where you get to there and line them up together to make the one bigger task with some checkpoints. And if you're thinking this task might freak someone out, halve it. Just think about what it would look like at the halfway mark and make that the whole task. So use time as your way to change complexity. That was a big discovery of Elliot Jack's. Time measures complexity. Magic trick, more things move in 10 years than move in 1 day. It seems obvious after the event. Now we've gone through CPQQRT and we've got half a chance that the thing's going to work. CPQQRT, go through these things. It doesn't have to be a long thing. If it's a small job, it goes like this. Barry's leaving the organisation. There's going to be a party on, we need the drinks to be cold. There's going to be about 4 tubs full of drinks and we need them to be cold. So here's $30. Go and get some ice to get it cold, and the party starts at 3. So you can figure out how quickly you need to get the ice in there to make sure the drinks are cold. CPQQRT covered. And if it's something that's going to take 15 years, then maybe you should actually write it out to give your brain a chance to get into shape before you start bothering other people with your conversations. And for things like that, maybe we schedule a fair bit more time to actually get organised on what we're doing. That's all for now. Follow me on LinkedIn, or you can connect with me. You can like my page on Facebook. You can follow me on Insta. You can get in touch with me. If you want me to go on about this or something similar in your organisation or on the video, then I can do that. I'm happy to do short presentations. And if there's something you want to run past me, just give me a shout. All right. Good luck.